What's going on, guys? Appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on stream to start. Those catching replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications for these live chats. You take part right along with us. So, been a little bit, had family in town, and can't stream tomorrow. Don't stream on Wednesdays. Probably do something Thursday and Friday, but you know, had a little time. So here we are. Got a couple things in. Electimuss had reached out, sent me their newest, which I have no idea what the notes are. I got the name from the card and just pulled up old Parfumo to get the bottle for the thumbnail. I didn't scroll down, but Moroccan Medjool. Looks like it's in a similar line to Caspian Cherry and Spiced Arno, which I'm a big fan of that one. Similar bottle. So based on the image I got, we haven't opened that yet. And then Lamar Noir, we haven't opened that yet from Kajal, which they have Ruby being pre-ordered. We looked at the notes last week on that one. Looks very fruity. And have a feeling it'll be pretty good. Cherry, fruity, all the good stuff. As far as what we're wearing today, still not a big fan. Armani Code Absolute. It's okay. I don't dislike it as much as I used to, but I still don't like it that much. Like when I kicked back and took my little nap, it's one of the reasons we went live at 5:30. I didn't get to take my nap till like 4:45. So I wanted to get like 20 minutes. I got to get you trust me. If you want to be on a live stream with me, you want me to get that little power nap in after I'm completely exhausted after working out. Just cracked open a Ghost Welch's grape. Get me rolling because I train hard. I deplete myself. I'm cutting. I don't have loads of carbs to work with for energy. So when I deplete my muscles, my ass is burnt out. So I take my little nap. And point being, I had my Sin of the Day on, hat off, hoodie up, kick back. So the hoodie's keeping it just all up in my nose. And it's like, I don't enjoy it. It's okay at best. I don't enjoy it. I just don't. I tried. I gave it another shot, guys. Like I said, I would. It's been a couple of weeks since I did that stream with Dedrick where we revisited stuff we ended up not liking. This ain't it for me. This ain't it for me. It's still my least favorite code. I still just have it. I'm sorry for those of you that love it. Just ain't it for me, you know. So let's get caught up in the chat, and then we'll dive into these two around the 15-minute mark, something like that. Looks like we've got 102 people in the first 3 minutes. I appreciate that. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up for me. It does indeed help. Let's go. Let's get into it. Mr. Jason wearing Dylan Blue. Definitely can't go wrong there. All-time great. Always my example of fragrances I did not like at first. I did not understand how people enjoyed it. Over time, I fell in love with. Sometimes they need multiple chances, not just one or two, to grow on you. Good to see you, Sir Angel Share. That's an all-time great. Have a great live. Watch the replay later. Hit the like button. Appreciate you, sir. 1 million gold. Hope your week been good. I'll try to hop on later. So, you know, not bad. Not phenomenal. Dog's not in the best of shape. But now that my daughter and son-in-law are gone, she had a good night last night. So the sundowning's been pretty bad with her dementia for Farrah. She's got her vet appointment to get her stitches out for her eye. So you didn't know she had an eyeball removed like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago. So she gets her stitches out tomorrow morning. So we got that at 10 a.m. And but she had a good night last night. She had a good day today. So back in her groove, not being, you know, disturbed out of her element. She's a creature of habit, just like her daddy. So something changes in her routine, and it kind of throws her off a little bit. I feel like I project that onto my dog. Get out of routine a little bit. I'm a moody bitch, you know. So shit happens. But I appreciate you, my man. Good choice. That's another one I didn't care for at first. 1 million gold had to grow on me. Next thing you know, I bought a bottle. Kept giving the decan a chance. Orto Parisi Burger Mask. On this nice sunny day, Sunday night's going to be Orto Parisi. Well, somebody likes Orto Parisi, huh? Seminalis. Never tried that one. Dan out the man. Good to see you. Vintage Green. Probably the easiest to like from Banana Republic. Great for spring, too. Great for this time of year. Good to see Sir Toomey continuing, giving me Tonka Cola vibes. I can kind of see where you're coming from. I wouldn't say they smell the same, but I can kind of reach and see where you're coming from a bit. Obviously, minus the oud. Pull trigger on Cop Seraphine Blue. Super fire. I agree. I was super iffy at first, but just got it. Been rocking the joint at least 3 days. Well, see, that's the problem with Seraphine Blue is once you get it, you can't stop wearing the damn thing. At least that was my problem. I mean, I finally got to a point recently where I don't wear it as much. I just wear it here and there. Like every other week it'll be in the rotation, but it was like all the time for a while. It hasn't even been a full year it's been out. That won't be till the summer that this has been out a year. I love it. So I get it. And Seraphine Red and Coco Loco also. Agreed. You know, I couldn't agree more. Right there with you. Mr. Juan Ochoa wearing the GOAT. Aqua de Joe Profumo. Wanted Tonic. I'm so glad you wore that. It doesn't get enough love. That's actually a decent fragrance. You can get it so cheap, like $25 for 100 ml. It's solid. It's solid. Remember, folks, just because Ashton doesn't like it, doesn't mean you won't like it, because we've talked about this before. Ashton ruined that fragrance. He didn't care for it. It was the peak of his fragrance Jesus powers a couple of years ago, and he didn't like it, so everybody was like, it's garbage. And then I liked it, and they're like, you're full of shit because he don't like it. So, shout outs to Ashton. I actually had that conversation about that fragrance with him about a year ago. It's like, you ruined that fragrance. It's not bad. People, we used to hang on his every word. Some people still do. You know, more power to everybody. Again, you always got to try stuff for yourself, guys. We're all different, you know. I still haven't tried that one. Eternity Aromatic Essence. I've been needing to get it. I've been needing to get Eternity Parfum for a while. It's been in and out my cart a few times for like 2 years now. Burlington 1819 is a true masterpiece. Yeah, stunner. That's kind of an understatement. Amouage Purpose. I still haven't tried that one. And they already have a high concentration flanker out. Haven't tried it yet. Speaking of the high concentration flanker, Justin got it. I talked to Justin today. It's been a couple weeks since the last time we talked. So it was nice to catch up with Justin. Life, man. That's a busy. You thought that dude was busy before? Insert child into the focus. You know, Acro Bake. Never tried that one, but I sure appreciate that. Always sample first, though, if you can. If you can. Smooth Operator Spice Darno. Speaking of, go figure. The ops of Smooth Ops. What's going on? How are you, sir? Fragrance World's After Effect. Haven't tried it. Mr. Greg, Boss Bottled Intense EDP. That's a goated fragrance, probably. Would be a safe thing to say. Do you like Celine Dion? What a random question. 2 in the chat. We're in Dylan Blue. Skip on down a little bit. Mr. Blaine, good to see you, sir. Ophidian Black Cherry. Now we're talking. That's a great one from Paris Corner. Cody is wearing the original Spice Bomb. I think one of the greatest designer fragrances, original DNAs ever made for men. Look at what it's done. It's spawned a great fragrance line. I still think at the end of the day, if you're going to get one, you should probably get the original. So, Dior Homme Sport, Dior Homme Cologne, La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum. Ooh, now we're talking. And Aqua de Joe EDP. You, sir, have great taste in designers. Some people would say, oh, that's basic. That's boring. Block those people. Yeah. Great choices, man. You know what those have in common? They all fucking smell good. And that's all that should matter, right? That is quite a haul. I agree. As it gets hotter here, I mean, it's super good. You never go wrong with it. Sneaky performer, too, as I learned over the years. Just ordered Coach for Men, Coach Open Road, Burberry Touch, and Boston Scent Pure Accord. That's actually pretty good. That suffers from being a pretty good fragrance and a phenomenal fragrance line. Ergo, that makes it not good. You go comparing it to the others, and it's like, oh, this is trash. Compared to the others, yes. If you look at it as an individual fragrance and take Absolute, Private Accord, Elixir, Magnetic, you take all those out of it. You just look at Pure Accord by itself. You're like, this is a pretty good fragrance. The problem is it's in a line full of bangers. The DNA is full of bangers. So, yeah. It takes a very good fragrance and makes it subpar. Like that. Ooh, $20. That is a steal. That is a steal. It's better than Dolce & Gabbana K. It's of the same family. Not the same scent, but that, Rocha Sloan, Dolce & Gabbana K, Arabian Night Silver, they're all kind of the same vein. Whew, man. I had to shave last night. Can't get away from it. Can't get away from it. I'm telling y'all. This might be the greatest aroma I've ever smelled I mean, you could get the same effect if you just layer Virgin Island water with Coconut Lagoon, because this is an inspired Virgin Island water aftershave splash, and I use the soap as well. It's Virgin Island water with Coconut Lagoon. You layer them, it's eating a bag of Skittles while drinking a pina colada. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's amazing. It might be the greatest thing I've ever smelled. Rockboy T, what's going on, my guy? Let him know, sir. Let him know. Miss Saga, how are you? Black Opium Le Parfum. My man Dame had an interview today and was wearing Dior Homme 2020, complimented and secured the job. My guy. Way to shut it down. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations, my man. Your first soft live stream clap. Go you. Go you. All right, we're going to skip ahead a little bit, guys. My man Marcus is in the house. Why EDP? You can't go wrong there. I had no idea you were wearing that. If you did make a outfit and fragrance post today, I did not see it. And I was on Instagram a lot. I was in your stories. With all your hi, my name is Marcus, and I'm afraid I have a fragrance problem with all those posts. I didn't see a regular post with your fragrance, though. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good to see you, sir. Oud Maracuja is phenomenal. So I'm going to skip down. I apologize. Jason, Sean, I see all you guys. Ephraim, Svengali, always a pleasure, sir. Mr. Grim G, Luis. Oh, I got to catch him on the way down. Shame on me if I don't. Because as expected, Mr. 1-2 Punch himself, Jubilation 25 and Vanilla Oud. Man holds the crown. Mikey, good to see you, sir. Lolita Limpica Green Lover, that orange cream sickle scent. It's good stuff. That's my number 2 cherry fragrance right now behind French Defense. Ophidian Black Cherry fell to number 3 from Paris Corner. That's number 2. Yeah, that's yes. Yes. JT in the house. Well, apparently JT, in case you didn't know, he's in the house. Howdy from Dallas, wearing Kajal Icon. Oh, man. Lucky to get a sample of Lamar Noir at Sin Explorer, planning on adding to collection early next fall. So I've never even looked at the notes. I've been able to stay completely blind to this one. So we're going to go into it. See, I'm Sin of the day with a spray of Coconut Lagoon. That's an interesting combo. All right, we're heading down. We're heading down. Friends of Red Demi. That's random. A new member. And so if that's what I think it is, boy, did you waste money on a membership, because I'm blocking you, because that kind of shit's not welcome on this channel. It's not just me with what I'm looking at on this avatar, right, everyone? Because, my man, I want to let you know you just wasted fucking money. I don't know if YouTube's going to give you your money back for the membership, because I'm about to block this profile. Because that's fucking, fuck you, dude. I'm not interested in you at all. That's what we doing? No, you're not welcome in my member streams. You're not welcome on my channel with shit like that. I don't think that's cute. I don't think that's fucking funny. Friends of Red Demi, fuck you. It was $5. I hope they give you your $5 back. You are blocked, you weird fuck. Fuck you. Let that be a lesson to anybody else that wants to have a veiny penis as their fucking avatar. I don't care if he'd have gave $150 as a super fan member level. It would have been the same. Fuck you, blocked. No. No, thank you. You're not welcome here, nor my member stream. I hope they give you your $5 back, your $4.99. Because fuck you. That's weird. That's stupid. And that's not cool on this channel. Bye, bitch. Anyways, Deacon Chris, my apologies. You had to hear all that vulgarity. But yeah, Hawass Fire is amazing stuff. Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme, Triumph of Bacchus, all great stuff. My man Sally, good to see you. Long time no see. Skip on down. Sorry, I got to skip down so much. I'm glad I caught that on the way down. It was a membership thing. So, dude, you might be freaking out. Like, man, why you do it? Because that's stupid, bro. You don't come here with that. I hope you got your money back. Don't know what, because I can't manually refund a membership. I just hope, because you got blocked from the channel, YouTube will refund you your $4.99, because you are not welcome here with that shit. You're just not. Christine, good to see you. Cap, long time no see. Good to see you, my man. Keep churning out that content. I appreciate that. Wearing Jazz Club. So, speaking of Jazz Club, I'm glad you brought that up. Rep company for Mesa Margiela, because I got the one that smells like wedding cake. I forgot the name of it that they had sent randomly. They sent a candle by the fireplace the other day. They're sending me random stuff. I got an opt-in for a mailer on Mesa Margiela Replica Classics the other day that I had the option to opt in for. I'm getting gifted a bottle of Jazz Club and by the fireplace. So looks like we got 2 more spins for the member giveaway. I don't know if they're going to make it in time for the first weekend of March for the February stream. If they do, that'll be some extra spins. We got some day 3 stuff we're giving away as well. So we'll be doing that. So, I mean, I have them. Why? Of course. I was like, yeah, sure. There's some extra spins in the member giveaway. So we'll have By the Fireplace as 1 spin and Jazz Club as another. Unless they happen to send smaller than 100 mLs, then we'll do them together. If it's like 30 mLs or it's normally bottles they send. So that'll be available. We'll make it 2 separate spins for the designer tier since they're designers. That way, everybody gets a shot at them. This is just some extra stuff, right? The Nigerian giant Omos, we have a sighting. Good to see you, Jordan. My man Kix Griffey, wearing Lamar. Kix Griffey approved FWO Wolfpack for life. The Bishop is also in the house. We got a good crowd. We got 152 in the first 16 minutes. Trying to get to the bottom, and we're going to dive into this. I think we're going to start with Lamar Noir before we dive into the Electimuss fragrance. What'd you miss so far? We had some dickhead join with a veiny penis as an avatar that I cursed out, blocked, and told to go somewhere else because that's not interested. Again, I hope he gets his money back from YouTube because I can't manually refund him. But yeah, that's not funny to me. You go to somebody else's channel. You know who'd probably like to see a veiny penis avatar? You should go hang out with Jeremy on his live stream. He'd probably like to see that. Jeremy, would you think that's power? It's fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't want to see that shit over here. Am I being dramatic for the entertainment value of it? Yes. But I really don't like that shit. That's stupid. That's not here. Joey would probably laugh. He'd have laughed his ass off if he would have saw that. I'm not Joey. I'm not Jeremy. I'm not other people. That ain't cool here. That ain't cool. I wish Joey would have been here. He would have had a good laugh if he was on screen for that shit. That's some kind of fodder he would find entertaining. So, not me. I see we got Elroy Prepson's in the house. Josh, good to see you, my man. I caught the tail end of you, Dedrick, and is his name Terrence? Yes, Nazar Fragrances. I always forget his name. My apologies. But I caught the tail end of y'all stream the other day. Man, I'm so far behind in this chat. Oh, yeah, I don't fuck around. Rockboy T, you know me. Mr. Sean Clark, good to see you, sir. But I'm getting an amateur artist to redo my profile picture. I think he's got a pretty memorable picture now, honestly. I need to try Coconut Lagoon. Sounds so fire. It's amazing. Speaking of coconut nanas from Rainier Perfumes. Nerd says, good to see you, sir. Paradise Garden. Not sure if it's a hot take, but I like it more than Le Parfum by a large margin. Kind of a hot take for me because I do like it more than the EDT. I do like it more than Flower Edition, the new one, but Le Parfum's still my favorite personally. Yeah, that shit ain't welcome here, man. Yeah, like I made sure, like I hate that I had it pinned for so long, but I had to really observe and make sure my mind wasn't playing tricks on me because it's a small picture. But like, yeah, that's not welcome here. Good to see you, Roy. My absolute, well, vanilla is life, right? Derby Club, all right. Haha, nice little joke. Most Wanted Intense, Black Bottle, that's good stuff. That is good stuff. Hold it down for me, Newt, hitting the road. Yeah, Newt's pretty on top of things. I came from here, Cap. Oh, that's actually true. I don't know why I had trouble reading that. Yeah, I brought him over to Joey. Josh is one of the ones of the many I've tried to bring to Joey that stuck around. Jared too. Jared's another one. Kyler. It's a lot of people I brought to Joey that stuck around. So they're part of the usual 35 to 50 that watch every night. So I appreciate you guys. Joey's great. Joey's a great guy. I understand the entertainment value is not for everyone. Sometimes they don't stay, but I try to bring people here and there. When they get that stop, when George ends up filling some more triple XL, we're still going to do that stream. We had to postpone it. I still haven't smelled it. I still got all 3 right here. I put them to the side because we had to postpone the stream. As per George's request, he wanted to postpone the stream. So I was like, well, I'll just hold off then. I'll just wait because In the event I don't like it, we're going to crack some jokes. I'm going to wait till I have Joey and George right here on the screen with me to do it. I did not know this. That's kind of funny. I could see some people getting some use out of it, you know, but yeah, no shade to Jeremy. He's the weird shit. He's always got his dick bulging in content and stuff. So he'd probably find that entertaining. That's why I'm like, you should go to Jeremy's streams or some shit. He might get a laugh out of that. That was weird, right? That made me. So look, I've told my wife for the longest time, I never want to know what Dwayne Johnson had to do to be the most famous man in the world. A great God-fearing man who's going to heaven just doesn't get that famous, right? And then now we got an angle of him wanting a soul. Look, the Undertaker's gimmick was that. It's a 1990 gimmick, okay? It was literally called The Undertaker. So the taking souls makes sense for the gimmick. Taker, you know, Mark Calloway is a God-fearing, born-again Christian, okay? So, but Dwayne Johnson just ruined himself for me because I didn't like that. I liked where the segment was going, was modern rock McMahon. I mean, Austin McMahon. That's where it's going. But I could have did without the I Want Your Soul thing. I didn't like that. I was literally, me and Dedrick during these things, we voice message back and forth. Or sometimes we sit on the phone after. That's what we do. We talk wrestling. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I'm confident he's done sacrificial stuff and all the, you know, hanging with Beyonce and them and all the stupid shit that goes down that people are convinced doesn't happen. Oh, short country album. Yeah, sure. Sure. That's a better country album than Lainey Wilson. Come on. Anyways, he kind of confirmed it for me. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it's like, really think about it. Who gets that famous? Good Bible thumping, God fearing, live by the Lord type of people get that famous. So I didn't like it. I didn't like it. No. So we're skipping on down. Okay, good to see you. Reinvented by Sacred Bond. Never tried it. Saw the avocado you had going on in your stories today. No. You totally misheard me. No. He is. He very much is. Yeah. I love Taker. Mark Calloway. His One Dead Man show was my favorite thing of Rumble weekend when I went to the Rumble in Tampa last year. One Dead Man show. Taker's hilarious. It's basically a comedy show. One Dead Man show. If you ever get an opportunity to watch Undertaker's One Dead Man show live, it's hilarious. He's telling stories. He's cracking jokes. He had Midian, for those of you who remember Midian from the Attitude Era, pulled him on stage and was busting his butt. He's a ball buster. Taker's a ball buster. That's his kind of humor. I relate to Taker. So, Zaharoff Black Rose. Terramana Tequila, from what I hear, is good stuff. I'm not a drinker, though. I hear it is pretty good. See, I didn't like that for the Netflix debut. Like, we went from killing that storyline to now this is rekindling it in a different way. It's like, we are friends. The Rock invited you to the Moana 2, which, thank you, by the way. That broke $1 billion, like all the... You shut your mouth for the Rock slaps the syphilis off your face. Like, it was back and forth. It was a pretty good segment. He gets rambly, like he'll repeat himself a lot, but it was going pretty well overall till we got to the soul thing. I didn't like that. Look, today's society is all about shoving the devil down your throat, right? So I'm not going to get too religious on y'all here. That's one of the things we just try not to do here. But it's been modernized and acceptable to shove it down your throat in the media now and through horns and all the shit that everybody in entertainment does now. So very true, right? I'm never going to get to these fragrances. Look, I love that we have such an active chat, and I'm skipping so much. It's just hell to get to the bottom. I like to get caught up before we dive into this, you know. I was watching him with his episode with DDP earlier, you know, on 6 Feet Under. So I'm saying I'm a Mark Calloway fan. I love Taker. Jericho. God, I love Jericho. He's goated. Jericho's great. He really... Now, look, I understand there's some cringy shit he's been doing here and there in the newer, you know, the latter years, but I bought it right away. Yeah, this whole thing was a bit much. Yeah, I didn't care for it. We actually made it to the bottom. Thanks for the prayer request last week, sir. Second, did you get those Galaxy phone? Oh, okay. So we'll go into the fragrance with this as the last thing. So some of you didn't. Some of you that follow the TLTG Reviews Instagram page saw my little rant at 9:10 because they released at 9 Central. At 9:10, my little rant about Bigfoot goofy motherfuckers. Because my true size is 8.5. I got used to getting a half a size up with foams when they weren't. The foam shell wasn't as soft as it is in the newer versions now. So now I could get my true, but I still just get the 9s. Point being, I try to get a 9, waiting and spinning, sold out. Go back to it, 8, 8.5, 9. First 3 sizes sold out. True size 8.5. I typically do a 9, but I can wear an 8 in foams. I do own a pair that are 8s. I've tried on other 8s that let me know I could get 8s. The first 3 sizes to sell out were mine. The whole range of what I could do. So I was frustrated because I saw the SKUs on how many pairs there was. And there was only 28,000 that loaded up on sneakers total. There was like 58,000 worldwide. But on the sneakers app, it was only 28,000 total of all the sizes. It was like 3,000 pairs in my size range. And so I went on and did a little rant. I was like, so apparently everybody that's after the Galaxy foams right away is 5'5" to 6 foot. I said, so all the sizes that are easy to get right now, all you Bigfoot goofy motherfuckers, what happened? So I said, by the way, thank you all for that, because now I had to buy resale. And I leaned in and said, it wasn't cheap. Because, yeah, I spent way more than I wanted to. I spent almost $400 on $391 after tax and shipping. It was a few bucks cheaper through StockX than it was through GOAT in my size, in which it has gone up since. Size 9 is currently on GOAT $445 before shipping and fees and all that shit. It's $500 to get a size 9, which is not the $2,000 that the 2012 pairs have been for over a decade. Don't get me wrong, I was not paying that. I did not want to pay that much. I really wanted to pay the $230 retail. So yeah, there's my rant. That's what happened with the foams. On StockX, it even said, due to the high volume interest in this and it being a new limited release from Nike, could take 14 to 16 days to ship, which it normally takes 2 weeks from StockX if you don't have the Insta ship where it doesn't have to get verified. So it's probably going to be like mid-March at best before I get them damn shoes. So, but I secured them. Thank you for asking. There's my story with my tangent on the adventure, because I never get on sneakers. I usually just buy my shit from GOAT, or sometimes I'll get lucky, go to Sneaker Politics, or, you know, ASOS. Where else? I get shoes from all this. Shoe Palace. I buy shoes all over the place at retail. Like I get my Dion's from there most of the time, but I never get on sneakers because it's a bitch. I've never in my life been able to share the Gotham picture. Never. And this is the one. I'm going to get to do it with the Galaxy foams. It didn't happen. So I went ahead and bought the Flu Game 12s over retail because I saw the SKUs on that. That's just as limited. So what happened is a lot of stuff sat last year with all those cool releases we got, and Jordan Brand and Nike said, well, we're making them limited this year. All the heat, not a lot of pairs. So for those of you that really like sneakers and aren't just really buying them to resell them, oh, what a bitch. They're dangling carrots, and you got to jump and try to catch the carrot to get them this year. Anyways, on that note, we're going to get into it. Yeah, we're diving into that. We need to get into this, right? So tangent over. Yeah, man. Enjoying rants. If you had a separate chance. So funny enough, my TLTG podcast channel that I don't use, I told Heidi the other day, I said, you know, if I wasn't confident I would lose a bunch of subscribers in my other channels from the shit I would say, I thought about renaming it to TLTG Says and doing rants. Yes, I did. I have thought of that. I have. But I would have to cover more controversial topics for it to take off. And that's what I'm saying. It probably, you know, you think I piss off some sensitive people here now? Well, be a little different, you know. Yeah, they are. They are. And I'm sure the taxis are going to be like that. The Mellow 12s, all that stuff's going to be like that. So with all that said, we got 176 in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up. Whether you love the rants or you hate the rants, you're watching. So you might as well click the thumbs up, right? Lamar Noir. Sent per Mr. Mo. owner of Kajal. Very nice of Mo. Mo's a gigantic sweetheart. For those of you that have never met Mo, gigantic sweetheart of a man. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful human being. Mo Khalif. Anytime you're at a fragrance convention, he was at Exxon's. If you're at Scent Explore every year, always make it a point to go say hi to Mo and tell him, you know, Ross always has the most wonderful things to say about you, and watch the response you get. I love Mo. Mo's such a wonderful person. And look, there's fragrances of his that I've not liked. Don't think because I love Mo doesn't mean I haven't crapped on a couple of fragrances. Sarif, one of the veterans I can't do. So Mo understands how it goes. If I don't like it, I say I don't like it. You know, high integrity individual, that Mo. So the best of house, in my opinion, is still Lamar. And Icon, I think, is a close second for me. So does this have a chance to be the man? I like how they chose to black it out. You can see the juice level. Does this have a chance to be the man? Of course it has a chance. Will it be? I don't know. I have no idea what makes it a noir flanker because I have not looked. And it's an extrait, so most of his fragrances are in eau de parfum. So I have no idea what's making it a darker fragrance. I've never looked at the notes. I have successfully avoided it. See what we're working with, Mo. Beautiful atomizer. It's very woodsy. It smells like oud, more of a drier oud. A dry oud. Not funky. I bet that's what that is. That's a specific oud. A little leathery. Out in the air in this initial blast, it doesn't smell challenging to me. Also doesn't remind me a lot of noir. I mean, Lamar. Doesn't remind me of Lamar or not. There's the florals. There it is. And it's not a thick, jammy rose. It's a little fruity, but it's not like really sweet. This opening is not giving me a lot of Lamar DNA. It's kind of something different. More in the street style. Thoughts on Hey Dude? My wife's a big fan of Hey Dude. She's got like 6 pairs. She doesn't wear them all that much. She wears her Air Forces the most. Her Air Force ones and her Jordan 12s is what she wears the most. But when we're just like running errands, doing whatever, she throws the Hey Dudes on. Her Hey Dudes are my New Balance 990s. But I don't feel like bothering. I'm not trying to fit up specifically and like wear some 4s. I just throw some 990s on. Usually my gray 990 V6s. That's like my go-tos. I wear those the most. Her Hey Dudes are kind of the equivalent for her. Because any of you that don't have some New Balance 990 V6s, I feel sorry for you. That's the ultimate dad shoe. It's the greatest. 990 V6. I thought the V3s were my favorites, but over time I have fallen head over heels in love with the V6. It is the 990 I have the most colorways of. I got like 6 or 7 pairs and counting. And there's still more that I want. I just haven't gotten around to. I'm getting the florals. I'm getting a little bit of like a musky funk, but it's leather. It's dry wood, kind of pencil shaving-esque type of oud. There's a specific oud. It's not spicy. I'm not getting a lot of Lamar here, though. I like what I'm smelling. I'm just like really searching for Lamar to piece it together. Let's pull up the notes. And take a sip of the greatest energy drink of all time, Ghost Welch's Grape. If you ain't on game yet and you like energy drinks, here's your sign. Pretty good ratings. Animalic, leathery. Okay. I'm pretty spot on with what I'm smelling based on the chords. Spicy, I don't find it's that spicy. Maybe it'll get more and more as it dries. Woody, yeah. Fruity. All the things I've mentioned minus spice. I didn't find it that spicy. A lot of fruitiness. Violet. Balsamic notes. Caramel. Really? I would not have guessed that. Floral notes, yeah. Rose, yeah. I smell rose specifically. Geranium, vanilla, amber, cashmere wood, guaiac wood, leather, moss, musk, oud, sandalwood, woody notes. Loads of different woods. It's a little smoky, but I wouldn't call it some incense bomb or birch bomb or anything. So I guess guaiac wood and potentially whatever's making this leather accord and this oud could be contributing, but it's not over the top. So it's more ashy than smoky. It's like an ashy wood, fruity floral. It's not better than Lamar, but it's definitely top 5 for certain. At minimum, this is top 5 from the house. It is a bit, it's getting more animalic. It's getting a little bit rougher around the edges. The musk here is a little funky, just a little bit. I like what I'm sniffing here. It's not the fun, playful fruitiness of Icon, and it's not the elegance of masculinity that is Lamar, because it's a marigold rose fragrance with pineapple that's woods and toffee. It's actually a very masculine rose fragrance, Lamar. Whereas this is a very masculine fragrance. This is a lot of masculine notes, still focused around rose, but it's not typical rosy type of stuff. Like, it's not thick. Like, I wouldn't consider it Bulgarian rose. It doesn't have fresh Turkish rose smell to it. It's just this soft rose that's kind of hanging in the center. It's like the focal point, but everything around it is very present as well. Like, there's an aura of ashy, woody fruitiness around this rose note. I really don't get a lot of spice. There's like a little pinch back there, and I don't even know what to attribute it to. What's the spicy note here? Maybe what's mixed in the balsamic notes? I would not put spicy third. I would definitely go, like, if I was ranking the top 5 accords and I'm smelling, woody's number 1, then leathery, animalic, fruity, and then I would say floral. Yeah, because it's noticeably floral, but it's not a flowery fragrance at the same time. It's not like some flowery bomb, again, that doesn't have any femininity to it. I don't find. Now, that doesn't mean it's just a masculine fragrance. I think it's unisex leans pretty masculine. Any ladies that like the smokier, woody fragrances would enjoy this. Now, if you see caramel and you're thinking it's going to have some gourmand elements to it, I hate to disappoint you. I don't get anything like that, personally. Could be a me thing. I'm definitely getting like a lot of apple here. A lot, like more and more apple, ashy, dry wood. And it's a little edgy, animalic. It's got a little bit of a rawhide smell to it. It's getting a little smokier. It's slowly creeping up the smokiness. It's pretty good. It's great. It's a great fragrance. I don't think it's their best work. I think it's one of, though. I think it's one of. I'm trying to think what I put over it. Obviously, Lamar and Icon. Probably put Ferris over it for the versatility of for the sake of versatility with that one. The original Kajal Homme. I think it bumps Kajal 3 to 6. I think I put it at number 5. Because Kajal 3 is kind of like Tigar, and it's really, really good. But I got a ton of stuff that smells like that. It's not a unique fragrance, whereas this is a more unique fragrance. Yeah, so this bumps Kajal Homme 3 to 6th spot, and this takes the number 5 hole. And I'm going to give it a solid 8.5 because it is a great fragrance. This is really a standout, but it is a situational fragrance. It doesn't have any casual appeal to me. It doesn't have any warm weather appeal to me. I think this is strictly fall, winter. I think this is semi-dressy occasions. Not the best dinner date fragrance. It depends on what type of aromas you and your significant other are into. Because when we're talking dinner dates, there's more than your opinion that factors into it. It's your significant other's opinion. You want to wear what they like as well on you, because that's the point. Who you going to dinner with? Your significant other. Your dinner date fragrances, it's going to be a 2-person opinion on what you're wearing. At least that's how we roll in this household. We both make sure that we're wearing what the other one loves on the other one. It's a thing for us. Maybe not everybody's like me and the wife, but that's just how we roll. So I'm just sharing what we do. So this is not the ideal dinner date fragrance. This is more events, get-togethers, when you want to stand out a bit. It's a more interesting profile. It's more than likely something no one around you smelled before. Like I said, it does have some uniqueness. This is very much an enthusiast niche fragrance. I don't think it's super challenging. I don't think it's artistic or novel, but I do think it's pretty damn good for the situations I'm saying I would be interested in wearing it. And this is not a wear all the time fragrance. This is not a wear even remotely often. type of fragrance. That fruitiness really keeps it grounded to where it's not like too much of the animalic and woody tones. Yeah, I'm going 8.5 out of 10. Lamar Noir is good. Not as good as Lamar, though. Lamar is still the king of the Kajal Mountain, in my opinion. The bottle's really nice, though. I know it's not the most important thing, but this bottle's really nice. Really nice. I like it more than the Lamar bottle. That just sleek black always works, right? It's a good one. It's a goodie. Yeah, I'm going to put that right here. Still got some pretty mild weather, so I should be able to wear it sporadically. Let's get caught up in the chat, and then we're going to dive into this new Electimuss fragrance, Moroccan Medjool. TLTG hot takes. There we go. I may at some point. So it might be a little while. I would like to do something like that, but it's not going to be immediate. Let me take that risk when I can afford the risk more. Again, I think I'm going to lose some followers on this channel because of some of the rants. Obviously, you guys would love it. Y'all wouldn't be asking if y'all weren't used to this shit. It'd be kind of news update, rant, talk my shit with my opinions on it. It's not like it's some original channel. A lot of people do that stuff. I've got some things in the works within the next couple of years. That's a completely different source outside of content creation for revenue. Let me get that situated and set up to where it doesn't matter if this fucking channel gets deleted after that. You know what I mean? So it's like where it's like I can afford the big risk of losing followers on my main channel. You know? Calculated. You need to be calculated when you take risks. I'm all about the risks, but it needs to be calculated, you know. Free Metcon 6s. I haven't gotten any free Metcons since the 3. I didn't get the 4 or the 5. I have some 1s and 3s. I don't have the 2s. I got the 1s and the no. Is it the 2? I have the 2s. No. Free Metcon 1, the original, and the Free Metcon 3 are the 2 free Metcons that I have. Good to see you, sir. Vertus Oud Noir, I have not tried that one. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. TLTG says. But I would put TLTG says ... That's kind of working title. Would that ultimately be the channel name? I don't know. But that's the first thing that popped in my head, that because it would have to be related to TLTG. That's how people know me. You know, I mean, it's tattooed on my hand, for God's sakes. Remember a long time ago when I first talked about Kajal Lamar Noir and Fragcom chats. Just to share files. All right. Good name. What's the word? Bird. Yes, bird, bird, bird. The bird is the word. Oh, I love the 990 V6s, man. I do. And I'd like all the 990 V1 and 2. I just kind of have a pair of each just to have them. I don't really, they're not that comfortable. They're 80s sneakers. Nothing in the 80s was comfortable. Clothing, the type of cotton they were using, just Levi's were probably the only thing that was comfortable in the 80s. The original Levi's, you know, that's when they don't make Levi's like that anymore. But like sneakers weren't comfortable back then. Because that's what the 990 V1 and V2, they were performance running sneakers back then. But they're a product of their time, right? But the V3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s are really comfortable. And the 6 is the ultimate because the fuel cell foam, it's the most comfortable ones. Yeah, they've got their multiple different foams, really good insoles. They're so comfortable. They're so comfortable. They're the most modern looking ones too. Yeah, no doubt. You can rock them on. I like to, bunny ears. I like to rock my shit unlaced most of the time. Definitely those. Wanting to try this Noir Lamar. I've heard it's good and that you can tell there's a little Lamar. Yeah, it's because of that floral note and the fruitiness. Because instead of pineapple and apple, it's just apple. It's still just as fruity. It's just not the same type of fruitiness. And it's still focused around rose. Because Lamar's rose was not real jammy or fresh or anything like that. It's kind of a dry, powdery type of rose. I mean, it's kind of what's going on here. It's probably the same exact rose oil. Black Air Force One mids. Mids? Damn. You don't hear nobody talk about those. All my friends are rocking New Balances now. It's classic for older folk and vintage for younger folk. So the resurgence of the New Balances, because New Balance has always been popular, they're age old, but the resurgence of them as a trend, especially the 9060, the 9060 is the trend now. I was on the trend before it really got hot in this last year. I've talked about how it's the sneakerhead sneaker. My first review I did on them last year, because I got a bunch of pairs that haven't been on my sneaker channel. The resurgence of 990s and stuff like that has been because of the younger folks. They got on the New Balances and the Asics, and Jordans were old heads. You know, that's for old people. Until the reimagined black metallic 5s, and all of a sudden these young fucks want to fuck the sneaker game up. People getting shot over J's again and stuff. Hope that dude that shot that dude, and I forgot, I think that was like a Dick's Sporting Goods or a Hibbett. Hope that dude that shot that dude over them sneakers, I hope he rots in hell. That's ridiculous. Burn, you piece of shit. Shooting somebody over buying a pair of sneakers. 8 billion people's too many, I'm telling y'all. One of those rants on TLTG says. It might be. Cambodian nudes, what popped in my head? It's funny that you say that. Because there's certain things that are distinguishable about certain oud oils. I'm not really good at distinguishing, like, this is an Indonesian oud. This is this oud, you know? Oh, that's close. That's close. Vomero 5s, man. That's probably Nike's most well-rounded sneaker. Like all-day wear. I had this conversation with somebody the other day. Trying to remember who I was talking to. Was it Marcus? Marcus, was I having that? If you're still here, was I having that conversation with you? I think Vomero is their most well-rounded sneaker. No, somebody in person I was having this conversation. Because you get Zoom and Kushlan with a lightweight mesh runner. Like, it's just, they're just so well-rounded. And there's every colorway you can imagine. The Vomero 5s drop every month forever and ever and ever. As always. I got 4 pairs of Vomero 5s. I think it's their most well-rounded. To just like wear all day, that's the ones. Over anything Zoom X too, believe it or not. But more comfortable than the 990 V6? That's tough to call. I might have to do a video on that. It's tough to call. Indeed. This is Jordan fragrance. There's a chance if you tried that. I've never even heard of them. Basically modern Avon. Yeah, I've never even heard of them. Yes. Yes. It tastes exactly like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. I had those like a week and a half ago. I had 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, it's uncanny. I think somebody made the joke when I said that it's uncandy because it's a candy flavor. I hope Mo sends that to me. I mean, he'll forget. He'll expect his people every time. He's like, you're supposed to be at the top of the list and be one of the first to get it. I don't know why they keep forgetting to do that. Because I'll wait. I don't press the issue. I'll let months and months pass. And he'll be like, hey, Mo, forgot about me. And then he'll tell me that every time. He's like, son of a bitch. How do they? He's like, I've told them over and over. Because like I said, Mo's a friend of mine. A great relationship over the years. So yeah, I'm one of his guys. Of course he's going to send it to me. But I really want to try that one. It's going to be his cherry fragrance. I got a thing for cherry fragrances these days. See, I can't get down with Celsius. I've tried. They're okay. Oh, it's so good. I wore it yesterday. That's what I wore yesterday. It's amazing. It's so good. Love apple and perfumes. That's my jam. Well, you probably like, if you like dry, woody, smoky fragrances, this has a prominent green apple. If it's got like, because Bucked Up overdoses their caffeine. Like, I don't like to do more than 200 milligrams in a shot. You know, they probably got 300, 350 in those. So I probably wouldn't want to do that. Get you some rest, my man. Thanks for coming to spend some time with us. Hate regarding new DHP. Hand to God, I sprayed in Macy's, left and went to another store, and lady complimented less than 15 minutes later. So it's really good. The problem is people are stuck on the old one. And look, it's already like 115. Fragrance Bar's got 75 mLs for like 112, 115. That's a great price for it. Already in stock right now. I saw them yesterday. I think it's in the new arrivals section. Could have swore I saw it in the new arrivals section. $117. I was off by a few dollars. Well, in stock. $117. I paid full retail, which was like 180 or some shit like that. 175, 180, which I agree was a little much, but that's a sweet spot. I literally said if it was 120, I think that's the sweet spot. Here you go. It's $3, $250 less than that, $249 less than that. If you've tried it and you like it, here you go. You know, don't let the woke mob of Dior Homme Parfum hate just terrorize people that do like it, because I'm just going to be real with you guys. It does smell really good. It starts off dry, waxy iris and dries into a warm, sweet, woody fragrance. More like what a parfum version of Dior Homme 2020 would be is kind of what it dries into. People are comparing it to Dior Homme Intense, but it's not as sweet as Dior Homme Intense. But look, if you like it, enjoy it. It's people in the minority that like it. Anybody that wants to make a purchase, I dropped the link just now. It is an affiliate link. I do earn a very small commission if you happen to purchase it, but dropped it in the chat if you guys are interested. It gets the stamp of approval from me. I love it. I think it's a great fragrance. I'm like leading the charge of people that like that fragrance and think people are being ridiculous. Because if you don't like it, just don't buy it. You don't have to go around the internet shitting on it. Just don't buy it. Say fuck it and move on. You know? It doesn't have to be a tribalism thing. Not everybody has to form a tribe to go terrorizing something they don't like on the internet. That's what the internet's become. Tribalism at its worst. And yeah, it's actually a pretty good fragrance. If you can take the old one out of it, because it's not the old one. Most of the people that are complaining it's not the old one, have the old one. Just spray the old one when you want to spray it. I got 2 bottles. Joma Shop had 100 mLs I saw for like $185. I don't know if they're still in stock, but if you want the old version 2020, go to Joma Shop. Probably going to be a month before you get your bottle. But as of this morning, they had it. I have no idea if they do have it still. I'm sure everybody bought them up immediately. Yeah, it looks like they might have bought them up immediately. Y'all can look along with me. Yeah, it looks like they don't even have the page for it anymore. So everybody bought it up apparently. And look, I'm not surprised. I'm sure it sold out immediately. But I saw a post on Facebook this morning, somebody sharing it. I think it was somebody that's normally here. Speak your piece if you happen to be here. I mean, it's all good. They still pop up. People still have opportunities. Like I said, most of the people shitting on the new one have the old one, and there's no reason to shit on the new one. If you don't like it, just don't buy it. Wear your old one. I just don't get it. This community can be confusing sometimes. Blue Red Bull, but only once a month. I tend to go Zero Sugar Monsters and Ghost. Noted. Grimlock, good to see you, sir. Mir 55, I've never tried. Do you think Kendrick wears this? Wears what? Dior Homme Parfum? I don't know. Say Drake. I heard you like him young. That was the most savage shit ever. I'm telling you, the most petty shit I've ever seen at the Super Bowl was Serena crip walking. That was the most petty shit I've ever seen. Like, y'all been broke up for years. You done moved on, girl. What you doing that for? You petty. Jim's going to be tough. Oh, yeah, for sure. We got spring break starting, and I live in the spring break capital. That's going to be fun. The Cava I go to, they're like dreading it because it's around the corner, and they're a popular spot right here on the strip. Love Chelsea boots for the winter. Chelsea boots are iconic. I'm a double monk strap kind of guy when it comes to wearing stuff like that. No, I don't have the desire. I don't. We talked about that a minute. You were here. We talked about the flu games for like 10 minutes. You were here. You've been here the whole time. I'm not repeating it, Rock Boy T. You just got to scroll back and look for it. Yeah, but you got to understand. That's when politics would have to come into it. Some religious stuff would have all the things I keep off of this channel. For something like that to be successful, you got to touch the controversial stuff. So when you take a stance, you piss off one side because everybody's ridiculous. And they can't just take the entertainment value and the opinions for what it is, you know? So if I ever do it, you know, it's an idea. I've thought about it. But I've worked too hard, too long to ruin this channel over something really not that important, you know, because this is my passion. I mean, there's no hiding the passion for fragrance. You know what I mean? I put a lot of time, effort, money into this channel to potentially risk it to build something else that, you know, isn't really important to me like this channel is. So it sounds cool, but at the end of the day, more than likely won't do it. But it's a good talking point. 16 wide. Oh my God. Yeah, hard to get sneakers for you. Grass cutting specials. In the past, Acqua di Gio Senza and Profumo. Want to get another Acqua di Gio? What should I get? You should sample them, sir. You should sample them. I like all of them. I have no answer for you. Enrique, you've been around here long enough to know that I'm going to tell you I will not make your purchasing decision. This is tongue twister. I will not make your purchasing decision for you. That is up to you. I give my opinion on things, which I've done videos on all of those, and I'm sure you've seen them. But anytime I get asked this question, it's somebody saying, Ross, tell me what to spend my money on. And Ross's answer is no. You have to make the decision on what you're going to spend your money on. I've given you my information over time. Do with it what you will. But I will not tell you you should buy this or you should buy that. I'm not going to. Rarely, once in a while, I'll be like, look, it's just $30. Just fucking buy it if you like candied coconut. This is an example. But it's rare, very rare that I will do that. So let's get to the bottom. We're diving into this next one. 4 pairs of shoes she asked for Christmas from me, and then her dad got a pair also. She wants some Uggs. Uggs are in right now. I saw several like 20-year-olds rocking Uggs to wear while they were working out today. And of course, what pops in my head is why? They're like fuzzy lined. How are your feet not sweating? You're at the gym. My wife loves the hell out of it. I bought her 2 different colors of the Tasman model, some burnt red ones and some teal ones recently. That's all she's been wearing mostly, especially around the house. It's like her house slippers. And then when we go to Walmart, she wears them. That's like her favorite stuff. I got the dark sport ones, the Mammoth Mules. I got the gray ones and the sage colored ones. I just haven't worn them. Haven't worn them yet. They're in a box, 2 boxes right over here. Really nice premium shit though. But yeah, the Uggs are trending again for sure. Yeah, sweet oud, nice and fruity. I put it in a similar vein to Ombre Nomade from Louis Vuitton, but you know, a little bit higher quality. More on the smoky oud than the fruitiness. Thank you, sir. Right back at you. Great fragrance choice, by the way. I quite like it. Leather and patchouli, baby. A lot of it. No, I have not. I'm a creature of habit. Once I find something I like, I stick with it. I'm sure I've told you before, speaking of ginger, 5 o'clock au gingembre, and I know we've talked about Ombre Sultan, but yeah, 5 o'clock au gingembre. $2.51. That's stopping you? $2.51. What if it never gets down to $2.51? Will you never get it? Over $2.51? Ooh. 15 off 76, good price. That's all you really need. You got a big collection. It's so good. I think that's my designer of the year to beat. Bad Boy Elixir, I think, is my favorite so far. I agree. There's a ridiculous, inordinate amount of fragrances out there that I will never even come close to smelling all of, let alone buying all of or having sent to me or whatever the case. There's just so much out there. I did see Chad's video, yeah. He's been trimming it down for sure. See if we have another Dior Homme Parfum Fragcom freak out. Did they actually change it? It looks like they didn't really change it much. No, Lamar, what are you talking about? Not really. So let me tell you immediate differences. It's lime is the citrus, right? Dominant lime in Virgin Island water. The opening of Coconut Lagoon smells like a bag of Skittles. It's a bunch of sugared citruses. It's like 3 or 4 different citruses, and you can't really pick just one out. Then the coconut's really creamy and pina colada-like with booze and Virgin Island water. It smells like the kind of like Coconut Lagoon smells like, I use Almond Joy's coconut as an example. It's like sugar candied. They list caramel and vanilla as the sweet notes, but it smells like sugar. It smells like candy. Sugary, really sugary. It doesn't smell like caramel. Then it dries into a creamy vanilla. So this, again, is people simplifying it to paint a picture. Because when you get it, and this is going to happen to literally everyone, I mean every single one of you that hear somebody else besides me talk about it, and they tell you it's just like Virgin Island water. And if you have or have tried Virgin Island water, when you get it, it's not that close. There's relatability. There's some similarity in there, but they're not the same. They're not. Big difference in candy, sugar, sweet. Like I said, bag of Skittles. Really not a dominant coconut either. It's candied coconut. So people aren't picking it up as much. I've gotten a ton of feedback from people that bought off of my suggestion. Some that are saying it leans too feminine for them. They gave it to the girl and it smells amazing on their girl, though. It's just too feminine for them. I've heard all the things. The Virgin Island water comparison is simplifying, like oversimplifying. Because when you get it, if you're thinking it's going to be Virgin Island water, when you smell it, if you have Virgin Island water experience, you're going to be disappointed in the aspect that it doesn't smell just like it. You probably won't be disappointed in how it smells. You just don't like good smelling aromas if you're disappointed in how that smells. I'm just telling you, it's that good. It's probably the best $30 fragrance you can buy right now, in my opinion. I think that's just me. Not everybody's going to agree with me. That's me. That's why I rave about it all the time. That's one of the few I'm just like, just buy it. If it sounds good, just buy it. But it is not Virgin Island water. It layers well with it. It layers really well with it. I've been layering it with Sphinx Beard's Caribbean Island, which is an inspired Virgin Island water shave set. And it smells like eating a bag of Skittles and drinking a pina colada. The two aromas combined. So, yeah, that's people oversimplifying it. Again, I say, I gave a rant last week about when people oversimplify and you buy based off of that comparison they gave you. And when you get it and it don't smell like that, they need to lose credibility with you. They should lose credibility. We need to be held accountable when we give a oversimplified take. Now, if they're saying kind of like that's probably the thing I could relate it to the most, that's fair. But if they're saying, oh, this smells just like it, they need to lose some credibility when you get it and it's not that. They need to. I don't care who it is. I don't care who gets pissed off when I say that. I don't care how big or small or angry or happy or who the fuck. It's the truth. And that goes for me. If I'm telling you it definitely smells like this, and when you get it and you don't agree, I should lose a little bit of credibility with you. I should. Because if you feel it doesn't smell like that, even though neither of us are wrong or right, automatically you should be like, well, but he said it was, I don't know now. It's fair. I think it's fair. So I want myself to be held to the exact same standard I'm telling all of you to hold it. Every other swinging dip, dick, titty, pop, with just whatever graphic, goofy thing I can say for man and woman. Anybody else making content, if they oversimplify and say it smells just like this, it better smell like that, or they need to lose some credibility. Just my piece. Again, I don't give a fuck who gets mad anytime I say anything. I don't care who wants to make videos, wants to do whatever. It's not that serious. But credibility should matter. We're trying to paint a picture for you. So we need to make it as accurate as of a picture as we can, because there are people, some of you watching me speak right now, that rely on my opinion to make purchases. Is it the smartest thing in the world? No, but I understand it, and I take that very seriously, because I don't want you to get something and be like, oh, he was way off. I don't trust. I don't want that. I don't want that for you or for me. I want to be as accurate as I can for most, because I'm not going to be completely accurate for everyone, because at the end of the day, you might just smell something different, just is what it is. I might just smell something different. So I hope that all makes sense, but I stand firmly on that. All right, we're scrolling down. Adidas Trail TR, the tan ones. Gray and black, and the black toe. Little flap on the heel. Yeah, Ombre Sultan's really, really good. It's right here. Still right here on the desk. All right. I get caught up in these little tangents. Yes. And if you don't feel it is when you get it, it's because you're going nose blind to it. Ahmed Al-Maghribi Kaf did that to me. And sure enough, when I did the review, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's nose fatigue that's hitting me. Everybody and their mom in the chat said, oh, it's a monster. It's nose fatigue. I figured that was the case. And a lot of people suffer from it on that one. It is that strong. So let me get to the bottom. We're diving into this. Save and get Dior Homme Parfum 2020. Just save and get the real deal. There's no clones that match it well enough. It's a masterpiece. When it comes to a fragrance that most feel is a masterpiece, it's because it is a masterpiece. You should save and get that one. I'm not going to give you an alternative because I don't think there's one that justifies it. So go find an oversimplified channel to ask that, because they'll be like, oh, this one's close enough. It's kind of like, I ain't doing that. Not with a masterpiece. That's like if somebody asked me a good alternative for Burlington 1819. You ain't getting one out of me. Saving in Burlington 1919, Pepin. Is that good? You know, sometimes they're just that good and they deserve saving the money for. That's one of the ones that deserves. I appreciate it. I try to be as accurate as I possibly can with describing what I feel I'm getting from a fragrance, because I want to do you guys justice. Because like I said, there's a lot of people that value my opinion to make purchases. So I try to be as accurate as I possibly can be. I do quite a bit. I think the whole line is good, actually. So we made it to the bottom. Yes. Whew. It's crazy good. Not yet. We mentioned that at the beginning of the stream. I haven't tried it yet. So, all right. Long overdue. I don't even know if Sally's still here. Sally's been waiting for me to sniff this one. Sally, let me know if you're still here. I apologize, man. It kind of drags on sometimes. We get rolling in the chat, but I try to be as interactive with the chat as I can be, you know. I know that rubs off on a lot of people, and I'm proud of all of you that have taken inspiration from me on being very active with your chat. That's what these live streams should be. I understand when you got a guest on screen, that's not the easiest thing. But when you're rolling solo, see you in your audience, you know, talk to your audience. So I have no clue what this is supposed to smell like. Before they reached out, I had never heard of it. It's a new release that I do know. No clue what we're getting into here. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And if it falls in between, I'll tell you why I feel it falls in between. I couldn't be blinder to a fragrance. I have no idea what this is. Electimuss reached out and offered a free fragrance, and I said, sure, I love the house. Why not? Their presentations are always really nice. Looks like the same line as Caspian Cherry and Spice Darno. We're not reading that card yet. Moroccan Medjool. Their bottles are so nice. Hefty. Quality builds. Everything's lined up. I wonder if the atomizer's lined up. Atomizer is lined up the opposite direction. So it still counts. I just prefer it on the label side. See what we're working with here. Beautiful atomizer. Zero expectation on what this is supposed to smell like because I haven't the slightest clue. I don't know. Gut's telling me it's going to be fruity and spicy. Mass appealing is what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm hoping for that. Maybe that's more hopeful. That's a spicy floral. Okay. Spice was right, but floral I didn't see coming. It's fresh, but it's warm, spicy. It's flowery. Is that a dry rose? It's not a jammy rose. It smells a little dry, dusty, if you will. It kind of reminds me of Lamar's rose. I got to say what I'm thinking. I'm getting the rose I get from Lamar, that rose marigold combo. It kind of smells like Lamar. Sally, are you here? Is that why you were like, I can't wait for you to smell this? Is that why? It smells like a spicier Lamar. What's the odds that we smelled a Lamar flanker first that doesn't smell super like Lamar, but the Electimuss fragrance does? It smells like Lamar. Holy shit. Sally, are you here? Let me scroll down. Is that why? Being descriptive and accurate in my reviews, almost to a fault where the video becomes too long, even in so many standalone. Yeah, hey, that's take pride in what you do. If you're going to do it to the best of your ability, right? No reason to half-ass it. Like I said, that's what oversimplifying is sometimes, because it's almost like a reach just to come up with something that's an easy cop-outs. To just say it smells like virgin olive water, I feel like there's a little bit of, there is some relatability there, so I can't quite call it a cop-out, but I think it's oversimplifying what it actually is instead of just sticking to describing the fragrance. Actually, up until this, I've never smelled another fragrance that smells like Lamar, so no. Beach Life, good to see you. Don't always comment, but here 90% of the time. I appreciate that one, man. That peppermint hits. Amen. Amen. I agree, Sleepy John. Welcome, by the way. I've seen you in the comments a lot lately on the regular videos. Oh, the easiest one to start with is either Trajan, which is citrusy, oak moss dry down, Baccarat Rouge. It's better, I think. But if that doesn't interest you, Electimuss Imperium is probably their safest play. It's kind of like, now this is to simplify it, elements of a couple different fragrances, a little bit of Cedrat Boisé meets Nishane Ani, woody vanilla, some fruitiness, and kind of those two profiles kind of melded together. It's actually quite good. I think it's pretty well rounded and probably their safest fragrance to start with for men. So there you go. It's a date is the fruitiness. Okay, yeah, I haven't looked at the notes yet. This reminds me of Lamar. It does. Whatever florals are in here, it reminds me of Lamar. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know Medjool was a type of date. Dates. Hardcore doesn't compare to Alexandria. Alexandria is a good brand, too. I don't see him in the chat. Who? Vixair. Personal favorite. Always wanted Valiant. One sample. Okay. Silver Mountain water versus Virgin Island water. Is there a difference? Big time. They smell absolutely nothing alike whatsoever. One's a citrusy, musky fragrance with an herbal tea note, kind of inky. The other is a pina colada. Yeah, zero in common other than they're both from the same brand. Zero relation in profile. Welcome back. Ooh, Dates Delight. Yeah, I would take Dates Delight over this. That's different though. That's a smoky, woody date fragrance. That's deeper. It's a little boozy. Like that's an evening fragrance. I think you can wear this one during the day, no problem. Semi-casual, like not really a t-shirt fragrance, like Polo and above. It's not as much of Lamar anymore, but the opening, I mean, I still relate it to Lamar the most, but I like it. I definitely like it. I forgot to throw that out there. I like this. This is a good one. This is like on par with Spice Darno. Spice Darno is more mass appealing. It's like a niche twist on a typical designer sweet fragrance, like the one in line and stuff like that. Like it doesn't smell exactly like those, but of that style, just Electimuss's take on it, which is better than all of those. This is sweet. It's a little powdery. And I'm sure that's from whatever floral note I'm smelling. It's a pinch of spice here. It manages to be fresh and airy. This is really good. This is really good. Jazz Club, great choice. No, that's not a safe pull right there for sure. I hope they bring those back. I hope, man. I haven't seen nothing on that. I would love that. I'm here for all the 90s kicks. Bring them back. Yeah, this is really good. This is definitely worth sampling. My favorite rose fragrance is Zaharoff Signature Rosé. Not even close. Oh, y'all are asking if Selly's still here. I don't think he's still here. I think he got tired of waiting. Let's see. Do you have? Yes, I do. It's Smoky Dates as well, but that's much more designer than this. There is no Himalayan and Himalayan water. There's just Creed Himalaya. There is no Himalayan water. I don't know what you're talking about. Waiting on Burlington 1819. Strong with You Amber. Ooh, and tobacco. And then Valentino Extra Dose. So I haven't gotten the extra dose yet. Oh, so it's only 160. Okay. Bold flavors. If you don't like, you can clown me for a week. I mean, I would just pick on you for a brief moment. Mark D, good to see you there. Just got an oldie but a banger. The OG Coach for Men. That's definitely a banger. Still at the Barbers. Mason Margiela replica line. So we're just rapid fire. Favorite niche. I don't have one specific favorite niche. I think some of the non-mainstreams. Savage and Allbirds. Gotcha. We're going between you and Charm, moderating you both. Shout out to Charm City. At some point, I'm going to try it. Oh, lucky ass Justin got a bottle sent to him by Killian. Lucky ass dude. So, all right. Let's pull up Moroccan Medjool. Let's look at these notes. Then we also have the card here. A bountiful harvest of exquisite and honeyed medjool dates with the golden warmth of the oasis. Discover Moroccan Medjool. Top notes. Now let's see if it compares. Because you guys have it on screen here. And then I'll read what Electimuss gave me first. Top, date. Just singular. Grapefruit, lemon, cardamom, bergamot. Heart is rose, so I was spot on with that. Carnation is in here. Okay. Rose, lang lang, jasmine, carnation, date again. So I guess a different type of date. Cashmere wood, ambergris, oak moss, vanilla caramel. Bergamot, cardamom, date, grapefruit, lemon. Carnation, date, just so I say, yeah, exactly the same. And it reads exactly the same, singular date. It's definitely quite fruity. Like the dates really outweigh those citruses. And that little pinch of spice is apparently cardamom. This interesting floral accord that I'm getting, I'm going to attribute to the carnation and the rose. I can get a little bit of lang lang on this drawing, but musky, sweet, woodsy, all that. I don't really get oak moss, though. But it's a fresh floral pinch of spice, just a pinch. There's not a lot of cardamom. It's fruity. It's very fruity. It's very inviting. Fruity floral. Masculine fruity floral, too. I don't think the wife would want to wear this one. Fruity florals are her favorite for herself. I don't think it's quite feminine enough for her to enjoy, but I could be wrong. I won't know until she tries it. It still gives me a little bit of that Lamar feeling, though. I would say like 70%. Like this is the first thing that came to mind, and it hasn't completely gone away. It's a different fruitiness. Obviously, it's centered around dates, whereas Lamar is mainly pineapple. A little bit of apple, and then Lamar Noir is all apple. But fruity, just not the same kind of fruity. Floral, not exactly the same floral, but very similar. Still rose, but supportive florals are a little different. I like it. I like it. I'm thinking 8.5 on this one as well. This is another great fragrance. Neither of these are like mind-blowing, outstanding that deserve a 9 or better, but they're both 8.5s. Yeah, very much. These are great fragrances. I'm wearing this tomorrow. I don't have nothing lined up for tomorrow. I'm going to wear that tomorrow. Yeah, buddy. That's a good one. So we have multiple other live streams that have started. We're down to 125 people at an hour and 19 minutes in. So I'm assuming besides Charm City, we have others going live currently. Monday, I'm not sure if Dedrick's live on Monday or not. I don't know. Let's see. Novice Nose is live. Shout out to Novice Nose in Charm City. But no, Dedrick's not live. We got a couple people going live right now. But yeah, I like it. I like it. Definitely worth sampling. I don't think either of these are safe blind buys, though. I wouldn't consider either of them safe blind buys. And Sarah's from March. I'm getting at least one. What's your opinion on black gold? Ooh, black gold's kind of like a niche twist in some ways on Acqua di Gio Profumo. Doesn't smell exactly the same, but it's kind of a similar style. It's a deeper fragrance. There's more to it. It's got some darker notes while still being aquatic and a little floral. Pretty well rounded. It's a complex fragrance that you could wear all the time. Started my fragrance journey about 2 months ago. You've been a huge help. Not sure if I was biased at first being a 337 guy. When you said shout out to Lafayette. Channeling humor is far and above the rest. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you very much. I come from 985, so right down the road. It happens. It's all good. Aventus Cologne. Aventus Cologne. That's my favorite. Tip the Fragrant Chief. I appreciate that, Mark. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Another Mark. Love your reviews. Wanted to find out if you're familiar with the House of Anfar. I've only smelled like 2 from the house. And they were feminine. It was recently. It was a haul that I did a little over a week, close to 2 weeks ago. And it was very feminine and I didn't like it. It was the one that I gave like a 2 out of 10. I didn't think it smelled good at all. I forgot exactly what it was. It was a trash fragrance. So not a good introduction into the house. Makes sense. Oh, I know what you meant. Rose Magnetic by Essential. I do not. I think it's very similar to Signature Rosé. Well, is it incense based? Because if so, you might be right. But if it's not incense based, then it is not similar. Because rosé is literally a rose incense fragrance. No incense. No oud. No amber. You sure? You sure about that? You sure about that? Because rosé is a smoky rose. It's literally rose athonite. It's an incense, a rose incense made in a monastery in the Greek islands is what it's inspired by. It's what it's created from. That's where the oil came from. So, you sure? Heck, where you can make hippie Snickers by inserting a pecan inside a date and dip it in chocolate. All right, then. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. I keep it simple in there, on feet, kind of go over everything about it and just roll from there. Nothing crazy in the graphics. Now, once we move, the sneaker channel is going to have its own room. The fragrance channel is going to have its own room. It'll be spaced out. We're cluttered right now. I got 2 product review channels in one room. That's why it's piled up. I got sneakers and everything right there because there's sneakers in that closet. There's sneakers in this closet. There's sneakers all over the place, as well as fragrances everywhere. People make stupid comments about all that. I just block them. Just know if you're going to make a smart ass comment about what's behind me, I'm just going to block. Basically, anything. I'm at the point, and I don't care who likes it. I'm at the point. If you say something that I don't like, I'm blocking you. I don't care. It's not free speech. It's my fucking channel. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't type it. It's literally in the rules before you type. You don't have nothing nice to say, don't type it. If I don't like what you got to say, you're out. Not you, Mark. I'm just making it a PSA. Yeah, because I read my comments and I'm exhausted by humans at this point. Like I almost disabled comments today. Because for those of you that saw this morning's video, in the first 20 seconds, I said, this is the 11 bottles from Nichane that I own. Then I repeated it slowly, like I do in these videos now, and said, I have to do that. Some of you know why. And then some of you are the reason why. Multiple. Can't believe this wasn't there. Why are you gatekeeping this fragrance? Why wouldn't you put this in? You stupid motherfuckers. Block. That's immediately how I felt. That's what I'd say out like, you stupid fuck. Hide user from channel. I just don't have the patience or the tolerance for stupidity anymore, guys. I'm not someone's ADHD medication. I'm not going to try to fix it. I'm just going to remove it. Because when you block them, they can watch all they want still, but I don't have to read what they want to say no more. It's not most people. It's not most people, but it's some. And it's been years of this exhaustion, almost 6 years of this exhaustion, to where it's like, I don't even want to respond anymore. And I can't not read my comments because there's some viable, valuable, answerable, good conversation in the comment section. That's why I haven't disabled it, because I don't want the good to suffer for the dumbasses. Not good suffer for the bad, good suffer for the dumb. I don't want the good to suffer for the dumb. So that's why I haven't disabled comments. But look, there's some people that are triggered by me saying this that'll maybe see it later, maybe one of the 117 watch. I don't care. I don't care. I don't make nobody watch. It's a choice. If you don't like what I'm doing, then you're gonna watch. I'm gonna do it my way. But yeah, it's frustrating, dude. It's so frustrating. But I'm glad you're enjoying the sneaker channel. I love doing it. We've got tomorrow the new Nike Air Max DN8s, those hyper pinks. Those came in today. We're doing those. Is going to be tomorrow's sneaker video. Pretty excited. I haven't opened them yet. They're still in shipping box in the front. What else? I've got a bunch of Sambas I've been wanting to do. I just haven't done. I got the white and black and then the all black Samba OGs I've been meaning to do videos on. I still got another pair of XLG Sambas I've been meaning to do a video on. I still got the all white DNs that I haven't done. Still need to do that video. Did the black and white ones the other day. I got stuff to do. I got tons of shoes that haven't had content done on them yet. Tons. So, but I'm glad you enjoy it, my man. No, sir, I have not. Is that a glitch? Oh, I know you meant Minsara. Detour Noir. We are the core. Yeah, we're basically down to the core for sure. Well, it might have been a glitch. Yeah. It grew on me years ago. I like Lamar Elixir, absolutely. I like it more than regular Lamar Elixirs right here. It's a good one. It's not as much plum as I would like it to be, but the spice really does me in. I do not. Ooh, sweetie. Ooh, it's a good one. That's a patisserie baked goods kind of fragrance. Got a sample. Is exactly what you said. Downtown special Italian home. Yeah, I was about to go into it. You beat me to it. That's what was up. I was about to break it down. I follow personalities for certain things. I don't follow anybody for fitness advice. I've got a master trainer, winning coach for stuff like that that I pay every month. So I don't know. I don't look for, like, I always have a good giggle in the gym when I see these young fellas doing stuff that they clearly watch somebody teach them on YouTube. That's not really I call them hippy dippy workouts. You know, kind of shit Athlete X will show you to do, or these fitness influencers that don't know dick about dick. They'll get a good physique because they trend out of their mind at 20 years old. And, you know, other 20-year-olds follow them. And, bro, what about bro? What you doing, bro? What can I do, bro, for arms, bro? And they follow whatever random shit they can come up with they put in a video. And you can see some of those workouts. I can always spot somebody that can learn some shit on YouTube. And it's not everybody that makes fitness content, but there's certain ones, mostly them young cats, all the young LA athletes. It's all them. Not the Trend Twins. Them boys are power lifters. That's different. They just wild. I like them because they're wild. Them boys are wild. That's the kind of shit I watch. Wild shit. Of course, everybody, if you don't like Sam Sulek, you're just an ass. He's a nice guy. But I don't watch him for training advice. I just like Sam. You know, stuff like that. I watch some of Bradley Martin's podcasts on Raw Talk. You know, stuff like that. It's just here and there. It's not all the time. Once in a while, if I see something comes up on my feed that interests me, I'll watch. But outside of that, not a whole lot. I keep telling them two idiots to stop putting copyrighted music. For any of you that follow the Trend Twins, if you follow them on Instagram, they're always bitching about how they can't make no revenue. YouTube demonetized all the videos. And I tell them all the time, they just don't read the message. Stop using copyrighted music, you dumb fuck. You've been on YouTube long enough to know the problem. They'll do 600,000 views on a video in one day. They could make so much more money if they would stop using copyright or buy a license for $100. These dudes are making thousands of dollars per video. Just spend the money on the damn license for a one-time use, so you can make you revenue. These dudes make crazy views, long videos too, but they're stupid. Shout out to the Trent Twins. They are stupid. God, just read one of my messages. I'm telling you, it's just stop. I can't be the only one telling them stop using copyrighted music. Don't get me wrong, they pick some cool shit, you know, sped up, Linkin Park and stuff like that for the intro, but it's copyright. You're gonna get demonetized every time. Very different fragrances. Very different. One's not better than the other. They're very different. I recommend both. No, yes, Northwest Florida. Plant City, I'm not familiar. If you run into me at the gym, that's usually your best bet, but I'm not like planning out to run into people that watch me all the time. Like I randomly have people recognize me at the gym because I go to a couple different gyms. It's literally in the last month happened like 7 or 8 times. It's a little more than usual lately. Been like, hey man, I watch your channel. Had one the other day. He's like, you're much bigger than I thought you would be. I was like, what? Because the internet told you I was small? I said, yeah, for my frame, pretty jacked. Yeah. Thank you for the compliment. That one, we had a good laugh. He's like, yeah, like I heard you were like really small. I'm like, I was his height, but much more muscular than him. It was hilarious. I thought it was so funny. I was like, yeah, the internet will lead you to believe I'm this little bitty motherfucker. I'm not. So that's funny. But that's usually where I meet people randomly. Usually in a rack store. That's happened a lot. Or usually at the gym. That's when people recognize me. Because I have very distinguishable tattoos and stuff like that. I did. I thought I did. Could have swore I did. We're an hour and a half. We need to shut this down. I thought I did. I mean, I've talked about it to death. There's really no need to. It's been in a bunch of weekly rotations. I've said everything I have to say about it. So if I haven't done one, I could have swore I did. But I talk about it so much that I probably, I didn't do one. But there's no point. I've literally, if you've heard me talk about it once, you've heard everything I have to say. You know? Because I've talked about it to death in my weekly rotation videos. Yeah, it's a good one. It's one of the better Manceras. It's very unique for being an everyday wear. Very unique. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'd watch a man burn to death. If I have the choice of putting a man on fire out or saving a dog from getting kicked, I'm saving the dog from getting kicked. And I'm going to let the dude burn. That's the kind of faith I got in humanity and the love I got for animals. I'm going to save the cat. I'm going to save the dog, and you're going to die. Yeah. Yeah, gatekeeping's stupid. My reply to the one that mentioned gatekeeping, it was about Papi Lafico. I was like, gatekeeping is fucking stupid. That was literally what I said. I put the little stars to bleep out fucking. I said, gatekeeping's fucking stupid. I said, the likelihood of you smelling Papi Lafico on someone else is a fraction of a percent. And really, if we were to get detailed, it's like 100,000th of a percent here, like that deep into the fractions of you running across somebody and being like, you're wearing Papi Lafico. Damn, man, I didn't want nobody else to wear that. I was gatekeeping that for myself. That's stupid. Now, mass marketed fragrance, a Sauvage or a Bleu de Chanel, that's kind of a different story. But a Nichane Papi Lafico, what you gatekeeping that for? Like he accused me of it. No, that's stupid. I'll never, there's always that minuscule chance. But I'll probably never, ever, ever smell Papi Lafico on someone unless the next time I'm with Justin, he's wearing it because I know he likes it and he has it. That's literally the only chance I think I got of smelling Papi Lafico on someone else. So gatekeeping's stupid in the fragrance community. What's the point? What is the point? Even if it's something that's popular in the fragrance community is small. It's a few 100,000 people worldwide, not in one country. So it's little bitty percentage of people, you know. I have the alternate Bel Airs, not the regular ones. I'll make them my size, but I'm about to just embrace my 90s kid. Yeah, I have the alternate Bel Airs. That's still never, they're dead stock. I've had them for like 2 years. I've never worn them. I haven't done a video on them. They're just kind of sitting there. Yeah. I figured it was a glitch. I figured it was glitching you out, man. He's good for that. Yeah, he's back. I talked to him this morning and last night. He got back yesterday. Honey Oud, amazing. Fougères Marine, amazing. Oh, yeah. If you were a Tommy fan, you need it. That's who I say just buy Fougères Marine. If you're a fan of Tommy, you need Fougères Marine. It's the ultimate. I did it my way. I did. I very much did. Green Sense, Nitro Intense, Mr. Edge, Swiss Arabian, never heard of that one, and Cremo, Spring Water, and Fur. Oh yeah, yeah. They all smell similar to one another. Look, it's an average performer, 5-6 hours. I'll just tell you now. But even though I know you've heard it a bunch of times because you watch my my weekly rotations, it's closer to vibrato. It's fruity. It's not just grapefruit, but it does smell like it's redundant to Tarathi Blue. It's redundant to Rubrocatherum. It's just name that Tigar or that vibrato clone or any. It's redundant to all of them. North Stag, from Paris Corner. Excuse me, drinking a carbonated drink. Yeah, it's redundant to all of them. It's good though. It's good. I like it. I wear it all the time. I haven't worn it yet this week, but patience. I'm sure I will. We're only on Monday. I'm sure I will at some point. I quite like it. Is it special? No. Is it fun to smell? Yeah, it smells good. Safe fragrance, like you said. I couldn't get the Blue de Chanel, too expensive. Dylan Blue to the office. That's a good one. I'm surprised to see what fragrance clean shirt can do. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, man. Especially when it's a mass appealing fragrance like that most people are going to enjoy smelling on you. Procter & Gamble Old Spice. I mean, timeless. It's like an hour-long fragrance. If you want the real deal, go with Creed Viking. People hate when I say that, but it's basically niche Old Spice. It's amazing. Very much, sir. Very much. I decided to crack the shell and stop holding back my personality, and obviously I live a bodybuilding lifestyle now. I'm a competitive bodybuilder these days, very different physique. Slowly just started ramping things up. I mean, I've been in the gym consistently for a few years now. I've been on and off since I was 14. My first job was in a gym when I was 15. My dad was a bodybuilder, all this. So I've kind of just been in and out of it my whole life. But I've gotten serious over the last couple of years, mainly in the last 2 years. And that's where we're at now. So I appreciate the compliment. And yeah, I held back like a lot of what you get in these live streams and even in the recorded content now. I held that back because I knew it would be polarizing and divisive for me to just cut loose and be myself completely. And once it got to where it's like I'm the most hated man in the internet community and shit, is like, fuck, it don't matter what I do now. I'm under a microscope anyway for just ridiculous nonsense. So fucking cut loose and really piss people off now. People are pissed off anyway. And I'm not going to make everyone happy. So I'm going to just fucking be me and have a good old time. And here we are. Here we are. Most people enjoy it. I've continued to grow. So I appreciate that. The Frozen Wasteland, Oceania, and 40 knots. In 5 words: airy, breezy, soapy, floral, aquatic. And then 40 knots, I would say sweet, spicy, aquatic, crazy performance. So I described Oceania, and then I described 40 knots. No, it's not. These dudes would it's costing them hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Like, these dudes make crazy views and watch time. Every video does a few 100,000 a day. They put a new one out. By the end of the day, it's got anywhere from 300 to 600,000 views. The day they put the video out. Let's look at it. Let's just go to Social Blade. Go to Trend Twins. That is a bullshit profile. That's not them either. Where's their actual profile? why it's just bringing a bunch of bullshit. Let me pull up their regular page and make sure I'm spelling it right, because I know their Instagram is just one word. The Trend Twins. Okay. There they are. So these boys do 209,000 views a day. Yeah. See how some days they got like 700,000 views, 400,000 views. Yeah. Let's go ahead and update their general stats. Yeah, they're currently averaging 77 million views a year, 6.5 million views a month. Like, just this is always way undershot. Like that monthly earnings of 25 grand, it's usually 2 to 3 times that is the reality of earnings. So they're making anywhere from 50 to 75 grand on views if they were monetized, not getting copyrighted. Think about that. So more than $500,000 a year just on YouTube revenue. They're sponsored athletes. They got their own supplement brand, their own clothing, not just Young LA. Like, they make a bunch of money, but they could make even more money if they stop using the damn copyrighted music. Yeah. Look, just in the last 30 days, and boys did 6.25 million views. And it ain't a bunch of shorts. It's regular long form content where the money's at. Yeah. Them dudes are wild. They're fucking hilarious. They're hilarious. And the funny thing is, like, when I did my first show last year, the next show in Louisiana, they did with the same promoter and everything. Like, if I'd have known, they would have beat me, though. They're a little shorter than me, but they're more muscular than I am. Because Chris did classic physique, Mike did open bodybuilding. But Chris would have been in class A with me, and Chris would have beat me. I would have took second to Chris because I saw what they did, like how the show went. And had I known they were doing that other show, I would have just did that show with them. It's just been funny because I'd have got some content with the Trend Twins. You know, so it just didn't work out. It's between Tampa and Lakeland. Okay, yeah, that's further. That's a good deal south from me. I'm like 5.5, 6 hours from Tampa. Always. I get plenty of backhanded compliments, dude. I get them all the time. Adonis Awakens. Yeah, man. Like, especially not yet. No, I'm waiting to. So we postponed that stream. So I haven't smelled it yet. I'm waiting because I'm sure there'll be some nice jokes to be had. I've got all 3. Batch 1 and batch 2 and then triple XL. Still got them right here put to the side. Because George is going to get some more bottles filled because that pallet got stolen. He's showing me what's going on and everything with the, you know, the what he had to file and all that stuff. So he's trying to get his money because it's 150 grand worth of product got stolen from him. So hopefully he gets everything out of it that he can. But yeah, we postponed it, so I'm just waiting to smell it. I had somebody this morning, no wonder you didn't review it. I didn't like it either. I should have took that as a sign. So I responded to him like, no, that's not why I didn't. I had to break it down why I haven't talked about it yet. I said, it's getting reviewed, good, bad, or indifferent, to their face. You know, that's the plan. If I don't like it and it smells like sweaty dick, like I've been telling everybody the lab sample smelled, because it does, we're gonna have we're gonna crack some jokes, and I'm gonna say it to their face. You know, we're gonna have some fun with it. Fig me up, I need to get for sure. Yeah, I know. That's exactly my point. Gatekeeping's stupid in fragrance. That's pointless. It's totally pointless. Oh, shit. Yeah, we got to watch Raw. Well, he's having a segment with Seth Rollins and CM Punk, so I'm sure it's going to be good. Let him know, White Mike from Philly. I appreciate that. The Popular Fico story. Yeah. Well, it's ridiculous. That happened today. That happened today. Oh, yeah, man. I don't care who doesn't like it. You know, I explain it for those that are, you got to remember the reason I'll explain it sometimes on these live streams. A lot of you have heard it like a broken record, but there's some people that are new to the stream and maybe would like a little understanding on why I do say what I say and do what I do. Very accurately depicted, in my opinion, as well. Prada Black is a great one. Yeah, for sure. So we're skipping down. We're going to head to the bottom. Them dudes are wild, man. Them dudes are wild. But that's the thing. They're power lifters and bodybuilders. But I'm like when Mike Parsley tore his pec. Like, what'd you expect? He was benching 600 pounds. These little motherfuckers are 5'4", benching crazy weight, squatting crazy weight, deadlift. Them dudes are strong. Strong. They eat like maniacs too, man. I'd get too fat eating the kind of calories they eat. And I'm trying to stay leaner next. See, I fucked up last time and ate more. Like I had all those Cadbury caramel eggs stocked and all that. Like I was like, the PEDs, and I'm gonna still do some cardio. I'm gonna be all right. And I put on more body fat than I wanted to. Right now, I'm at the body fat percentage I'm gonna be next off season. I'm like 11-12% right now, and I'm not going higher than 12% next time. I'm 13 weeks out. I'm 88 days out from the first of the 2 shows I'm doing. And I'm doing like 1.5 to 2 years off season next go round. So I'm going to do a lot more growing. And I'm staying lean. I'm going to stay lean. I'm going to stay abbed up. You know, obliques showing, tiny waist. My waist is a 33 right now. And I'm trying to not have it bigger than like measurement, not like pants waist, like actual measurement around that's what this is. By the way, Zaharoff measurement tape. Got that from George a long time ago. I measure my waist with it. But yeah, my waist measurement currently a 33. I'm probably gonna get my waist down to like 31 for this show, 30-31. I'm getting like tiny waist this time. Yeah, oh yeah. What about C-Bum? I like C-Bum. His lisp is a little annoying sometimes, but he can't help it. Yes, the Pure Parfum perfume's earthy. It's like a dirty lemon. It's patchouli lemon. Summer Hammer's good, but it's not as good as Sangria to me. That's fruity red wine fragrance. It's amazing. I don't know. You should ask George. I mean, you can buy it from Zaharoff and have it shipped to Canada. So it is available. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you mean because you can't find it on a discount site? If you ever find a Zaharoff fragrance on a discount site, something happened. Like a partner that he sells to wholesale dropped his stock or something, because he makes it a point to make sure his shit doesn't end up in the gray market. So if that's the site you're talking about, no, you're not going to fucking find them on those. You can find them from Zaharoff.com. That's where you're going to get them. So to build, you're going to need to eat more, Kara. You've been dieting. You're not going to build anything in a deficit and doing a lot of cardio. You're not going to build anything. You got to eat more, first and foremost. And you got to do heavy quad biased leg days. You got to do 2 leg days. I would say within a 7-day period, like every 5 days, you're going to want to do a leg day, even with you being natural, but you got to have the calories to support it. If you're not eating enough, you're not going to recover fast enough, and it's going to be counterproductive. But you got to eat in a surplus. And you've been dieting to lose weight. So it's, unless you're ready to stop dieting, it ain't going to happen. So you got to keep that in mind. Yeah, like 5'4", 5'5", a couple inches shorter than me. I'm 5'7". I'm like 5'7.5". When I got measured for my show, barefoot, I was 5'7.5". And they're either 5'4" or 5'5". They're a little bit shorter than me, but they're much more muscular. Like 2 or 3 inches shorter than me, something like that. Yeah, man. Working on it. Stomach's flat, abs are popping, all that good stuff right now. For being the body weight. But I mean, I got the loose skin to deal with too, so it's fun. That's always fun, right? Staying full while I'm still in the deficit. We adjusted some stuff starting today. I got some Stairmaster 3 times a week post-workout and a treadmill post-workout 3 times a week. Twice a week now. We alternate stairs, treadmill, stairs, treadmill. So I start recomping hard. He wants to see a pretty drastic change by the end of the first week of March. So within the next 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks roughly 2 weeks, because we've been trending really well. I've been managing to stay pretty full overall while still dropping some body fat. So a little bit of ab action going on here today. Nice little pump going in the arm. See, I'm leaning out pretty good. Got some ancillary veins, not just the main veins coming out, but some more ancillary veins. Like, you can't really see it well right here, but I'm about to start having the delt veins are starting to come in. Before you know it, I'll have my oblique veins coming because I still got the loose skin going on right here, but cuts are getting deeper and deeper in the abs. As we get more in the single digits, I'm just going to get leaner and leaner. But see, all the ancillary veins are coming out more and more in different spots. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's a process. I'm way leaner at 13 weeks out this time than I was last time. More muscular and way leaner. Like, I wasn't this lean until like 4 or 5 weeks out last time. So we're in a really good spot. Yes, Sungri is amazing. Jared won that in last month's member stream. Vulcan Fu. Never heard of this. Never heard of this. Kurt Cobain Guala. No, I would suggest both because they're not the same. Seth Feroce, he's pretty cool. Chicken and rice motherfuckers. I like him. He's a cool dude. That's somebody I could hang with. I could train with him. Our personalities mesh. Dudes, they're round. They're round. Their muscle bellies are full. At a summer wedding, probably Creed Original Vetiver. At a summer wedding, it's so classy and elegant and fresh. Ready to stop dying, can just stay toned up. So you're gonna have to be really smart with your nutrition if you're gonna eat in a surplus and try to limit body fat gain. But if you want to build muscle, you gotta have more calories than your body needs. You gotta be in a surplus. So you gotta be ready for that mentally. Because just know you're gonna get bigger, but you're not gonna grow muscle tissue without it. So you gotta get over the mental hurdle. Because that's smart diet, get rid of the excess body fat first and then start building. That's smart to do it that way. To making fragrance, blend Zahara up. Do you have any raw materials? No. Do not. That does not interest me. A lot, actually. That's a wellness competitor's best friend is the Stairmaster. That's how you keep your glutes and your quads and your hamstrings full, even in a deficit. Because we're about to get harder on a deficit mid-March. We're going to start a harder deficit, change some more things up. Because I'm doing refeed right now where I'm eating more carbs than I was in January. Because I cut down a lot of body fat in January. And we're kind of in a sweet spot, kind of falling into ketosis a bit where I'm still kind of burning fat but staying full with some carbs. Like it's a balancing act. It really is. Once you get dialed in, you kind of just ride the line of that balance. But the Stairmaster will keep things full. It's not necessarily going to grow them, but it'll keep the muscle bellies full and give the illusion. Fullness will give the illusion of size. But until you're in a surplus, you're not going to build the muscle tissue. You're just not going to grow. I enjoy it as well. I love it. They're getting there. They're just going to get crazier and crazier, dude. Like, I got some pretty good leg veins going right now that are starting to pop more and more. I think I got to go to the countdown stories. So I did legs Saturday. Get to the newer ones. So I always do a countdown to my shows. It's going to be the last couple. Yep. So you can see the leg veins starting to pop out more. They're all in my knees and my shins and shit. That's like 2 exercises in. That was after doing single leg hamstring curls and isolateral hammer strength leg press. Yep, that was it. Got some think hamstring and calf shots. Yeah. I got all that fullness going on. Got the chest veins starting to pop more. That was Friday. Yeah. In good shape, man. Work hard. It's not all just PEDs. It's the kitchen and the effort and sleep. It's all of it. The hamstring dips out a bit more here. Don't have anything else in random for that. Guess not. All right. That's enough of that because we got to shut it down. We're 5 minutes away from 2 hours. We're down to 91 people. We'll be shutting it down in 2 hours. I appreciate that, Kara. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying. I work hard on it. It's just a work in progress. Nowhere near where I'm going to end up, but I'm in a better place. I'm in a much better position than I was at the same stage last year. You know, I'm excited. I'm excited. I love this shit. You got to love it to live because it's mundane. You got to be cool with delayed gratification, severely delayed gratification. You got to be willing to eat boring food all the time, every day for a long ass time. It's to the point to where I don't even crave snacks anymore. I don't. I haven't had a snack. I've had some sugar-free Jell-O, but even then, it's like twice a week. I just don't. Dolce and Melodia. Been in the gym for the first time since 2020. Feels good to get after it again. Well, I'm proud of you, sir. Oh, no, yeah, I haven't tried it. Looking like a roadmap. Trying to. We're getting there. Percentage of muscle mass weight is not the be. Yeah, you got to not look at the scale when you go into a surplus. You got to look at the mirror. Look at what's coming through the mirror. Visual results. The scale becomes irrelevant when you're trying to grow. The scale is irrelevant. The only time the scale really matters is if you're like trying to meet a goal weight to get on stage. When it comes to fitness, that's the only time the weight really matters on a scale. Slightly overweight and not feeling like no, you did. I'm so proud of you. You did great. You did great. My wife did legs today. You know, so she's hardcore into it now too. There you go. He's trained with Sam Bird back in the day, like 06 to 08. He had the record in squat. Like 198 I squat. 1,065. Fuck. That's crazy. Bet your knees hate you. Your knees and your lower spine. You have a good one, my man. Oh, there's a lot to learn. It's never ending. It's a never ending education. You never know enough. You always learn something new when it comes to fitness. Some people got it like that. I haven't had the bicep tendonitis issue in a while, but I have had it multiple times. Yeah. Specifically in my left bicep. Yeah. That's where the bicep tendonitis is a bitch. I hate it. I hate it. You talk about hindrance. Haven't had it in a while, though, thankfully. You know, knock on wood, you know. Been a while. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, the rest is very important. I only get about 5 hours, though. I don't get enough. I really don't. I get deep sleep. I get a lot of REM sleep. I get like 2.5 hours of the 5 is REM sleep because I track my sleep. 2.5 hours of it's REM sleep. So I get some good quality sleep. I just don't get enough. Ideally, would be like 6 or 7 hours and like, let's say 3 to 4 hours of REM sleep if possible. That would be like ideal. You don't really need 8, but 6 is kind of a good sweet spot. I get like 5. Sometimes I'll get 6 hours. It depends. If I'm tired enough, my body will make me stay in bed and I'll get up at like 5:45, 6 o'clock instead of 5. But then sometimes when I'm well rested, I'll wake up 15 minutes before my first alarm. My first alarm goes off at 5. Yeah, it's time. We're about in 30 seconds hit 2 hours. So we're down to 78 people. People are rolling out. I get it. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming to spend a little bit of your Monday with me. Won't be available tomorrow. We got a vet appointment at 10 in the morning. We got my usual routine. I got content before that, training after that. I got a Zoom meeting tomorrow night, right before this. So I won't be able to go live tomorrow. No live on Wednesday, and either Thursday or Friday we'll be back. Not sure what we'll be talking about, but we'll be back. So links are down in the description if you want to check these out. I would advise samples. Neither are safe blind buys. Both really good, but I wouldn't call either of them a safe blind buy. That's for sure. So again, I appreciate all of you. Make sure to like the stream before you leave. Check out today's video ranking my niche fragrances. If you haven't yet, I would sure appreciate it. See you guys in the next one.